Lordy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good evening, fam. I apologize for coming on so late, but I got kids. Got to make sure they're in the bed and they're settled. I hope everybody's doing all right today. I hope everybody's feeling fine. I also hope that everybody had a good Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? You ate, spent time with family. Sometimes family ain't really family, so we really can't even go into that like that. But you know what I'm saying? I just, I hope everybody's doing okay. I do apologize for coming on late, but I had some things to do. And let's just get on to it. My child came to me today with a list. Now, we do this every year. And, looking at this list makes me feel very thankful for my son. Because, honestly, this child amazes me all the time with the things he does. And I'm very proud of him. For him to be only 9 years old and to be able to do these types of things, I can't express how much I'm very grateful for him. Most kids this age are so ungrateful. They don't want to learn about humility, about being humble and giving back. And just to see him, what he does is amazing. What's up, Danny? What's up, girl? Just to see him do these things is amazing. So for Christmas, we started a tradition. What's up, Ariana? What's going on? What's good? For our tradition, everybody has their own tradition for Christmas. Our tradition is a Christmas list. You put one item that you want, one item that you need, an article of clothing, which includes shoes, a book, and something to donate. We do this every year. And the reason I do this is because it teaches humility. I know some people are like, well, you ain't going to get him a lot of stuff. No. This is to teach him that, hey, there's people out here that don't have anything. And I need you to be humble enough to know, hey, be glad for what you have, And he's okay with that. Because, there were some Christmases, that I had to work, and being a single mother before I met this lovely individual here sitting in the living room with me. So, say hello, honey. Hey. That I wasn't able to get what I was able to get, but he was always thankful for having a roof over his head and food to eat and clothes on his back. And through the years, this child has been very thankful. You don't get children like that these days. And I'm very proud of him. Very proud of him. And so all he wanted was a Mario Maker, this Tamagotchi thing, or a race car. And his clothing item, he wanted just a pair of school uniform pants. He wanted some books because he loves to read. And he wanted to donate toys, books, and clothes. That's all he wanted. That's a small list. Most of the kids' list is just so long. And I'd be like, damn. And there ain't nothing wrong with spoiling your kids. If you, listen, if you have the money, honestly, if you have the money and you can provide for your kids to get your kids these things, you know what? All means you go and do it because those are your kids. You love them. You want them to have it. But at the same time, please teach your kids the humility. There's children out there that get sport riding with all this shit that they don't even know how to say thank you in return because they get the shit so much they know they're going to get it next year. They're not thankful for it. When he gets anything, even a pair of socks, this child tells me, thank you. He's happy. He doesn't get upset. He doesn't start crying and throwing a fit. He always tells me, thank you. I love it. Growing up, we didn't have a lot. When we got shit, I was just like, thank you, man. I was like, hey, this is what we got. I wasn't upset by it or anything. Hey, can you give me a PBR? Mm-hmm. Well, I was never upset by it. You know what I'm saying? You know, he was just always just thankful for everything he got. Everything. Zahara's the same way. This girl will get presents and play with boxes. I know she's 2 years old, but still, though, she's thankful. She's happy. You know? It's about giving back. You know? Paying it forward. You know what I'm saying? Giving back to others. You know? You ain't got to do it like, if you don't got the money, you ain't got to do it. But just volunteer. Go somewhere, work in a soup kitchen. Talk with some kids that need to be, be like a mentor or something. Do that. This season, every holiday season, I don't think of it as like just, oh, let me give you this gift. It's fun. Like, honestly, my favorite time of the year is the fall, and I love Christmas. And let me tell you something about Christmas. I grew up where I hated Christmas to the core. And the reasons I hated Christmas is because my father was a drug addict. He's been clean and sober for 24 years. I'm proud of him. But he was an alcoholic, and it was bad. There was times when we didn't have anything for Christmas. We knew it. We weren't upset by it. We were a little bit disappointed because you would rather spend your money on your drugs than your kids. My mom, even though we didn't get along, she was a rock. This woman worked. She worked. She worked through my youngest brother. While she was pregnant with him, she worked 2 jobs. And I do commend her for that because this woman worked. She stood by him, And me, if that shit happened to me, I would have been left his ass. But that's some old school shit because I'm not about to do that shit. No, nigga, you not going to do this shit to me. But she stayed, and I commend her for that. And she worked, and we were thankful for everything we got. There were times we didn't have food. There were times we didn't have lights. We got evicted one time, which was very embarrassing. I have to tell y'all that story later during the story. But all of us were thankful. We never were upset about what we didn't get because we always had a place to stay. You know what I'm saying? We always had our family looking out for us. One thing about my mom's side of the family, they looked out for us. You know what I'm saying? Made sure we had a home and stuff. And now, my kids and I, we're good. We're good. So I'm thankful for that. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, kids these days don't understand the meaning of being humble and having things. You always see these little kids on Instagram showing off their Gucci flip-flops, they Balenciaga shoes, they Yeezys, these ugly-ass fashion design. These things are ugly. They're ugly. There's nothing cute about Yeezys and these ugly ass Balenciaga shoes and all this shit. You're sitting there telling me that, oh my goodness, so you can pay like $1,000, $500,000 on some ugly ass shoes that's gonna tear up. Then to use that money to put forth for school, an apartment, a down payment on a car. You know what I'm saying? Or a project you can work on to help you further your business. People think that if you can go online and do all this shit online, you can get a sponsorship selling tummy tuck tea or some dicks that's, some soap dicks that you sell online and shit. People think you can make money off that. That's not how it works. Okay? You don't understand. These people that have been doing shit on Instagram for a while, how they came up. Some folks are lucky. Some folks have that AKA light skin privilege. I know I said that, but it's the truth. But still, though, it doesn't work that way, y'all. We have to be humble about what we have and what we get. It may not be a lot, but at the end of the day, please be thankful for it because the Creator can take it from you from a minute. Growing up, like I said, it was hard, man. We moved from hotel to hotel. We were living in family members' houses, and then one day we finally got a house of our own. It felt so good. It was embarrassing knowing that the people at school didn't even know we were homeless. If they knew we were homeless, DFACS would have took us away. But we were just like, we put up the united front, like, yeah, bitch, we good. We good. And even with my son, we had a hard time at first, but I made it work and he was thankful for it. I am thankful that I'm in the position right now to be like, I've got good family and good friends. I have a good support system. If you don't have a good support system in your life, you're pretty much fucked. Basically. Is there some people that have a support system with themselves and they're doing good, and that's amazing. But some people don't have a good support system, and you need that. That's why I made this platform, so we can all have a good, support system with each other. You feel me? But anyway, I have a good support system. And with that being said, I feel good to give back. Giving back feels good. It do. Some people, it just hurts them to give back to somebody else. They don't feel like, oh, if I have to give this up, then what the fuck I'm going to have? Do you know that just altogether just makes you selfish? You're selfish, sis. Give it up. Give it away. You don't need it. What more do you need? I see people. We were talking about this last night, actually. I wish my meat would talk, but, he's over here busy eating his skinny popcorn. Is it good, darling? Mm-hmm. We were talking about this last night, about being rich. There's people that are billionaires. If the Amazon CEO has way too much money. And it makes me sick how some of his people that work for him are treated. I thought Walmart workers were treated bad, but Amazon workers, phew, even though they get, they're able to buy stock, still though, they're treated shit like shit. This man makes enough money to pay off every student loan in America. That's how much money he makes every day. Help other people out. If I had that much money, I would do the same thing as Jackie Chan does. This is what Jackie Chan is doing. Jackie Chan is a billionaire. He said once he passes away, he wants to have no more money. He wants all his money to be given away to charity. He wants to leave money to his, kids, but all that money goes to charity. That's what I want to do. Same as Bill Gates. Bill Gates left each of his kids just $15 million. This nigga's a billionaire. He could have left his kids everything. They're going to end up running his business anyway. But still, though, he was like, this is what you get, and the rest goes to charity. That's what I want to do. If I ever get to that level of success, all my money is going to charity. There's no way that I'm going to have this big-ass house with a fucking waterfall. R. Kelly has a fucking waterfall in his house. Why do you need a waterfall in your house, sis? Huh? What, right. If you're an artist, a rapper, or a singer, okay, I can understand having a studio in your house. Okay, that's awesome. But a waterfall and all this other extra shit. Okay, hold on. Let me backtrack. Okay, if you got the money, sis, that's on you. But at the end of the day, it's too much. You don't need that. That's the vanity, people. You don't need all that stuff. Sometimes too much is too much. As much as I do not like DJ Khaled, this nigga worked for all his shit. He worked for all his shit. He deserved to have 2 houses. You know what I'm saying? But this nigga is vain as fuck. And it's just weird. And I can respect him on a level of working hard. But materialistic wise, I can't respect him for that. There's a lot of artists out there. Well, some people call themselves artists, but they're not. But there's some people out there that I can't respect as a person because their materialism just goes beyond their means, and it's disgusting. Like, you have kids. You need to invest in their future in the long run. You feel me? You're sitting here buying so much shit that you're not investing. We were looking at how much rappers make, their net worth. Some of these rappers that y'all like are garbage. Their net worth is not even over $1 million. Jay-Z is the highest. Jay-Z is like over 800 million. But him and Beyonce together are billionaires, period. Drake is like 100 million.
Kanye was up there.
Kanye is how much?
He was a lot of millions.
600?
I think so.
Yeah, Kanye is 600 million. The others like Kodak Black and shit, they're like $600,000. They don't have a lot of money. all this, like, I got all these